Hi there. In this video, I'm going to show you how to fill out GKS Undergraduate 2023 application form. So if you're the one who is planning to apply to this scholarship and want to have some guidance on how to fill up the application without making mistakes or having any difficulties, this video is for you. So without further ado, let's get started. The very first thing you need to do is you need to get the application form downloaded, right? So how can you do that? You just go to Google and search for GKS notice. Okay, so once you are here, just click on here, click on this and go all the way through here. Okay, so as you can see that there are three attachments, right? Three files. So what you're gonna do, get them all downloaded. Okay, so the first file is about application guidelines, and this is so important. Okay, without reading it you cannot do anything, and if you do read it you can do everything. Actually it has everything that you need to know. Okay, so I would say that read it 2, 3, 4, 5 times, okay, unless you are not confident enough to move on. Okay, so in this video I'm gonna just fill up the application form, so I'm gonna go through that file. So let's move on with that. So this is your application form, okay, and the very first form is your checklist, and these are the documents that you need to submit. Okay, so let's start from beginning. First you need to check the relevant box. If you apply through embassy track, check on here. If you apply through university track, check on here. Okay, so it is that simple. And then write down the school you are applying to, for example Korea University. Okay, so it doesn't look good, let's get rid of this line. Okay, so you are allowed to do some modification if necessary. Okay, then your name, and that should be in this order: first your family name, then given name, then middle name, and you write down this name based on your passport or any other official document. So based on my passport, my name is Rahman MD Mizanur. Okay, make sure the first letter should be capital. Okay, and then write down your country name. And look at this, they said checklist means this one, please check this tick mark in the appropriate box. So once you submit these documents, put a sign, tick sign here. Okay, so whatever the document you submit. Okay, if you do not submit, for example this one, this one, don't put sign here, just leave it blank. Okay, whatever you submit, just put tick sign on that relevant field. It is that simple. Okay, so if we take a look on this checklist, so what you have to submit is from number 1 to 6. By default you got them here. Okay, so you have nothing to do with them, just only filling up. Okay, additionally what you have to do is you have to submit these 3 documents. The first one is proof of citizenship, applicant and parents. Okay, you and your parents, and proof of family relationship certificate. You get this from your union parishad or your what is called upuzila, thana or district, whatever it is. Okay, then your high school graduation certificate, your transcript. Okay, and this is for who were graduated from associate degree. Okay, and same like here, your certificate and your transcript. And these 3 doesn't apply to most of us. If we do have, submit your overseas Korean document, or if you have Korean citizenship, that certificate, and if any of your descendants joined what is called Korean War, submit the that document if we have one. Okay, and if we do not have, just leave it blank, don't bother. And these 3 also optional. The first one is language certificates, Korean language and English. If you do have, submit, and once you submit, just put a tick sign here. Okay, and for these certificates you no need to do attestation, just you need to just submit a normal photocopy. Okay, and same goes for here. awards or certificates, and passport. Okay, it is that simple. So what it takes, what do you need here? Check the box to check or uncheck. So whatever the track you are applying through, just click on the one you are decided. So embassy track or university track, okay, whatever it is, go with that. And then type of application. So embassy track has two types, general and overseas. So most of us will go through under general, right? And this kind of information you will find from university, what is called guidelines, application guidelines. Okay, so read it like 2-3 times before you start filling up your application. That is really important. Okay, so university track is under university track, it has also 3 category. Okay, UIC, regional university, and associate. So whatever the what is called category you are applying through, just click on the relevant one. Okay, so take note that associated is not bachelor. Okay, this is 3 years program, but the thing is, if you do associated degree and that is actually not undergraduate, then you have to again do the bachelor again. Okay, so be mindful about that. And then desired field of study. Okay, so you can select multiple fields. Please refer to the university information file. So for example, if you choose something engineering, so click on here. If you choose something related to natural science, for example physics, chemistry, biology is natural science, right? You can click on here. If you choose something what is called history, okay, and they will go under humanities and social science, right? So that time you have to click on social science. Okay, so whatever it is, based on the university information file, click on the relevant one. Okay, please complete the form below. It must be typed in English only. Delete the example when typing your own information. Yeah, so like for example this one is example, you have to remove it. Okay, and write down your actual information. Okay, so your full name. So my family name is Rahman. Okay, and my
given name, right? That's
Dimizanur. Okay, so then attach your photo. Okay, and that should be 3 by 4 centimeter. Okay, so you can attach the photo after printing out the application, or you can attach what is called that soft copy if you have one. Okay, please write your full name as indicated on your passport or official document. So yeah, as I told you, whatever you write, it should be matched with your passport or your NID. Okay, so date of birth, write down your date of birth. So whatever it is, like for example, like if it is
1999 year, month is like January, or the day is like 20. That's example. Okay, so write it down whatever belongs to you. Okay,
the gender, female, male, whatever you were, just click on the relevant field. Okay, the country of citizenship, so write down your country name. Okay, then citizenship, Korean citizenship, if you do have, click yes. If you do not, click no. So most of us, we don't have, right? So we'll click no. Then contact information, so write down the contact information, like it should be real. Okay, it should be something that if someone send a parcel on that address, it should be reached to you. Okay, so it should be authentic. So write down the address based on your passport or your national ID. Okay, and write down the phone number with country code. Okay, and write down your email, whatever it is. Then language ability, if you have TOEFL, so click on whatever the score you have. Okay, like if you have level 4, click on 4, whatever you have. Okay, then write down the exam date here, okay, and the number of exam like 17th, you know, J78, J84, like, you know, in certificate you will find that. So write down the exact one, and like this is the example, you have to remove it. Okay,
and same goes for English. Okay, whatever you have, write down the score here.
level of education, so write down your high school name. Okay, so I was DHK Dhaka
Polytechnic ULIT is CSNI Institute, right? Yeah. So this was my school name, so I write it down here. You do yours. Location or country is Bangladesh. Okay. And period of attendance, I was for me it was like too long ago, you know, 2011 to 2015. So whatever it is, you just do it for yourself. And that was from my 11th to that was my 14th. So that was diploma engineering. So it could be different for you. Okay. So write down. Just remove the example. Okay. Yeah. Date of graduation. So you write down the graduation day. Okay. This is not, for example, like with me. Only I'll write down year I passed in 2015. And it was month was December. Date was like 25, I guess. Yeah, something like that. Date of expiration, date of expected graduation. So if you are not graduated yet, but you are expecting to be graduated before February, you can still apply. And in that case, you need to mention by when you will be graduated. Okay. So yep. And this is for associated degree. So it's also same. Your school name, university name, location, major, date of graduation, whatever. Okay, it's same as here.
So here they asked like, have you ever earned a bachelor degree in the past? Yes, no. So here's the thing, if you have bachelor degree already, you are not eligible to apply. Okay, you can go for masters, right? Why should you apply undergraduate? So if you want to do it again, in that case you have to say lie. Okay, yes, you have to say no. If you say yes, they will eliminate your application. Okay, so yeah, keep in mind that. So this part of the application might be confusing. This is actually a new edition. Before it was not there. So what they mean is here, you know, there are some countries whose what is called the CGP system is not like this. Okay, they have their own CGP system that is like, you know, 20 or 15, 10. So if it is something like that, you have to convert that to this. Okay, and then you have to confirm that by your school, and if you do so, you have to click yes and write down the CGPA. Okay, so for Bangladesh our scale is normally 4 and 5. Okay, so you don't have to do anything. So what you're gonna do is just remove it and just write down what your score is. Okay, so for example 4.5, just write down 4.5 out of so not 4, out of 5. Okay, and same goes here, sorry, 4.5 out of 5. Okay, so it is that simple, don't be panicked. Okay, so yep, for score percentile there is a table, Appendix GPA conversion table. Okay, so you have to go there and you have to check like what's your score what is called like what's your score based on your CGPA. Okay, so for example, if your score is CGPA is 4.5, so you will get a point out of 100. So you have to get it from that GPA conversion table. So let me take you there. So this is the GPA conversion table. Okay, so as you know that you must have 80% of mark. So what 80% mean is in this scale, okay, 4.0 to 5, you have to have, these are like the minimum score. Okay, minimum CGPA, you have to have this. Okay, all right. So for example, your score is, your CGPA is like 4.50 out of 5. Okay, so you are between in this range, right? So you have to write 91. Okay, and one more example, if you got like 3.75, okay, for example, out of 4, then your score will be in this range and it is 95%. Okay, So based on the GPA conversion table, you write your points here. Okay, so this could be like 91, 95, or even 100 based on your personal CGPA. Okay, I just gave you example. So yeah, just do that. And this part might be confusing. Actually, you can leave it blank if your school doesn't have semester wise GPA. Okay, so if you have semester wise GPA, you can just write, you know, whatever you got. Like if you got something out of 5, something like 3.75 out of 5. Okay, in first semester. In second semester you got like 4.55, okay, out of 5. You can write that way. Okay, and same goes here. Okay, so if you do not have any semester system, okay, you just leave it blank. Okay, they said it here. But for diploma in Bangladesh, since we are having 4 years of course, so we have semester wise CGPA, GPA, so you just write each semester result here. Okay, for general I am not sure about that, because yep. So if you guys have any semester wise score, just write down them. If you do not have, just leave it blank. That's it. Number 9, choice of university and department. So as you already know that if you apply through Embassy Track, you are able to apply up to 3 universities, right? So what you're gonna do is, if you do apply through Embassy Track, click on here and choose 3 university, okay, and write their name here. Okay, so look at this, choose universities only from type B. So from the application guideline for Embassy Track, there is a university type A and type B. So in that case, you have to, your first school has to be from type B. Okay, so let me show you what I mean by type A and type B. Okay, the classification of university, there is a 2 type A and type B. So these are the type A universities and these are the type B. For Embassy Track, you have to choose at least one of them, one from here. Okay, you cannot choose like all 3 of the university from here, you cannot, but you can choose 3 of them from here, but from not type A. If you want to combine, then choose 2 from here and 1 from here. Okay, yep. So this is the file number 3. Do you remember that? So in that file there is a list of university, and you just like open the file of the university you want to apply to. Okay, so for example Hannam, I choose Hannam. So Hannam University, and I want to study or apply to something like what is called Department of Accounting. Okay, so what I'm gonna do, I'll copy it and I will paste it to that what is called that application form under department. Okay, and then my division will be humanities and social science. So based on the university information file, I have chosen these are the university and these are the department. Okay, and these departments belongs to this division. Okay, so you have to get it from the university information file. All right, and it should be matched, so be careful about that. You can change the color.
Yeah, try to keep everything the same. You can change it to the same format. You can also highlight this, you can also give a color to this as well.
But make it 9. So yep, you can remove this. Okay, remove all the instruction once you finish writing. So these are the instruction. Okay, you should give it a read. Okay, so let's read together. Please refer to university information file posted in the application guidelines. If necessary, copy and paste. Yeah, so this kind of stuff you have to do it from there, and you just like copy and paste. All right. And then embassy track applicants can choose up to 3 universities in any order of the preference. However, choice 1 must be from type B. Okay, this is the choice 1, right? It must be from B, but this could be A or B. Okay, you can choose these two also from B, or you can choose from A. There is no restriction, but this one has to be from B. Okay, and this one for look at this, university track applicants must choose one university, and that could be from both track. There was written here, right? I just removed. So it could be from A, it could be from B, so there is no restriction. Okay, so I meant that Seoul National University. Okay, so I hope this makes sense, right?
Then number 10, previous visit to Korea or currently residing in Korea. So if you are residing in Korea right now, give the details. If you have visited Korea before, write down the details. Okay, so just do it by yourself. It's not that difficult, I guess. Yeah. And here, previously received. Yeah, if you did receive any scholarship from Korea before, mention about that. Okay, here. And then put the sign, put the date here. Okay, and write down your full name and sign.
Do not do not submit any application without sign. Okay, if you do, you'll be eliminated. Okay, so be careful about that. So for personal statement, I'm not gonna talk much about that because it's a broad topic to talk about. So what you're gonna do is just like maintain and follow the instruction. Okay, so as per the instruction, it says that your personal statement has to be written in Korean or English. Then the essay must be single spaced and within 2 pages, and the font should be New Times New Roman. Okay, and font size has to be 11. Okay, and then your essay should include the following items, means these are the stuff. Okay, this is an additional requirement. It does not before actually. So it says that it is recommended to submit a supplementary document that can prove that you have described in this personal statement. Okay, so if you do write something about, like for example, any awards, any what is called extracurricular activities, you have to submit the certificate of that. Okay, proof of that. This is recommended, not mandatory. So yep, and that the one has to be just only photocopy, no need to attestation. Okay, and same goes for study plan. Okay, read the instruction and write it down, and at the end write the date, your full name and your signature. So recommendation letter, this could be tricky actually, and yeah, it is tricky because it has a lot of requirements here. So let's read the instruction together. Okay, so it says that please fill in your name and other record information below and deliver this form to the person who will write recommendation letter. Okay, so yep, what you're gonna do, write your name and your country name, your program, whatever it is, just click. Okay, your measure. Okay, then this has to be written by your recommender, his name, his signature, date, position, school name, address, email, telephone number. Okay, so there is an instruction for your recommender that please okay, there is something. You may use your own recommendation letter template and attach your letter to this form. We hope to claim the following information of the applicant from your recommendation letter. So like your recommendation letter like will come in different page, separate page. Okay, do you see there is no additional page? So your recommender might have his or her personal format. Okay, so that's fine. Okay, and his or her recommendation letter has to contain these answer for these questions. Okay, this is something basic questions, and most of the recommendation letter format contain those answers, so you don't need to worry about that. Okay, and look at this instruction for the recommender. After completing the recommendation letter, please add date and signature. Definitely he will do that at the bottom of that recommendation letter, not about this one. Okay, this one has to sign and do it, but at the end of that recommendation letter also has to sign and what signature and date, write the date. Okay, and recommendation letters that are not signed and dated will not be accepted. Okay, so your recommender will read it, okay, and he will do it for sure, don't worry. And please attach this form and your recommendation letter sealed in an envelope. Okay, so this form will go with one of the recommendation letter. So why I say one of, because if you apply to embassy track, you need four of the recommendation letters, right? So for each of the recommendation letter, you should attach this form with individual recommendation, and these two will go in one envelope. Okay, so that means there will be 4 envelopes for 4 individual recommendation letter, but for university track you just need only one. Okay, so and there's also more sign across the back flap. Okay, when the what is called the envelope will be closed. Okay, then he or she, your recommender, has to sign cross sign. Okay, at the top of the back side of the back flap of the envelope. Okay, so as I said, if you apply to embassy track, you have to have total of 4 pieces of envelope. Okay, 4 pieces of recommendation letter. 1 is original and 3 is photocopy, and that 4 has to come up with 4 individual envelope. Okay, so that's the basic thing, I mean most important thing. So yeah, keep in mind that. So this form number 5 is the easiest one. You just read the instruction and just click. Okay, and here just click on agree, even though you are not agree. Okay, you have to agree, you have to click on agree, otherwise they will not accept your application. And at the end, write date, your name and signature. And this one also easy one. What you gonna do, just click on the what is called boxes that describes you, write down your height in centimeter. Okay, not in inches, feet and inches, in centimeter. Okay, write down your what is called your height, weight, sorry. And look at this is a basic health related question, so answer them. For example, do you have allergies? Yes, no. If you have, write tick, put a tick sign here. Okay, and if you do not have, put tick here. Then if you do have, then you have to explain why and like what kind of allergies or what kind of problem, how do you tackle, blah blah blah. So now you don't have. So read it and just tick on the relevant boxes. Okay, not that difficult. And at the end, sign, name, signature. The signature has to be done after printing out. Okay, so that's all right. Yeah, I hope it helps. Okay, so if you do have still any any confusion, any question, please feel free to leave them in the comments. I'll try to answer them. Okay, so I wish you good luck. Thanks for watching. So this is your application form. Okay, the very first form is your application. The very first form is checklist. Okay, so these are the 진짜 oh my gosh, 왜 못해.